Watch this. You know that phrase, shoot yourself in the foot? Well, I don't know why I found this funny. In this game, you can actually shoot yourself in the foot. So I'm going to put a portal there. I'm going to put portal there. And then there's me. Hello.
Lost.
Cheeky wiggle. Oh, loving that. And then I can just literally shoot myself in the foot. It's so stupid, but I don't know. Maybe I should actually play the game. Just under 2 years ago, I published a video on a game called Splitgate. And back then, I suggested it was as though Portal and Halo had a babby. I stand by that, but now after some time has passed, that babby has grown up and it's starting to develop a bit of a personality of its own. If this is the first time that you're seeing Splitgate, the premise of the game is pretty simple. It's a PvP shooter in which you're rewarded for smart play and accurate shots, similar to Halo. What sets this apart though is the ability to place portals. You can put down 2 portals at any one time and they link together. Not only that, but you can go through the portals to get to another area of the map, but you can look through them and shoot through them. It's a bit of a weird concept to get behind, but you can do some mad stuff. Every map has designated areas where portals can be placed, and if you're clever enough with your placement, it can make for some really cool gameplay moments. So before we get into everything this game has to offer, I have to say a big thanks to 1047 Games for sponsoring this video. Splitgate Beta Season 1 is available and free to play right now, and you can check it out for yourself using my link down below. Now, what I liked about the game a couple of years ago was just how satisfying it was, and hopefully that's coming across in some of the crazy things that you can pull off in the clips that you're seeing here. You've got to remember that the new Halo wasn't around when we first tried this game, so to get a Halo-esque game, especially on PC, that felt very satisfying was quite unexpected for me. It wasn't perfect though. The gameplay itself was great in my opinion, and the gunplay was solid, but visually it wasn't really pushing any boundaries. Gameplay is the most important thing after all. Fast forward to today, and I feel that the game has taken a big step forward with the recent updates and it's heading in a good direction. So what's new? Well, right now the game is on PC, Xbox and PlayStation, and as I mentioned, it's free. With the first season, we get a host of changes and additions. First of all, there are new game modes, Evolution and Capture the Flag. There's a completely reimagined foregone destruction level, new features, enhancements, and even a custom map editor. It's nice to have that feature. As you can imagine, there's also a Battle Pass 2, which we'll talk about in good time. I mentioned a few new game modes there. Capture the Flag and Evolution. Capture the Flag, well, that should be fairly self-explanatory as it's a pretty common mode in arena shooters, but there is a slight difference. In Splitgate, it's round-based, with teams altering attack and defend. This means that you've got to focus entirely on defending and or attacking, which is a different flow to how Capture the Flag usually works. The flag carrier is unable to use any weapons when transporting the flag, and it does take the defending team a small amount of time to return it. It's a fun little mode that definitely rewards team play. And then we've got Evolution, which is also a round-based mode. It's a 3v3 game mode where the team that loses a round gets improved weaponry for the next one. Both teams start with only pistols, and then you gradually get better guns if you lose a round. The first round that you lose grants you a battle carbine, then it's a battle rifle, then a plasma gun, and you get the picture. It's an interesting take, and it means that for a team to win overall, they've got to really outgun a team with worse weapons. The maps are a little bit smaller than some of the other ones as it's only 3v3, but that also means that you need to play smart if you want to win, especially if you've got worse weaponry. The Foregone Destruction map has had a big overhaul this season, and it really sets the tone for the game moving forward. The quality level of the map has taken a massive jump, and while the overall layout has remained the same, the assets and texture detail have improved significantly. What's more is that now I'd hope that this is going to be a good gauge of what future maps will look like. Other maps will receive the same visual overhaul in future updates too. Now this update also brings with it a map editor, which will be music to my ears and all of those budding map makers out there. A long time ago, people honed their map making skills in games like Quake and Unreal Tournament. And while this map editor isn't quite the desktop version of what we had back then, it's still got a bunch of functionality. You can add in any of the standard blocks, of which there are a lot, as well as objective elements, weapons, and of course the portal walls. These are arguably the most important because positioning these well around your maps is what will make them flow. It's another big factor to consider. Thankfully, the editor features a fully customizable controller and mouse and keyboard support, so it can be accessed by all players on any platform. It's got some nice features here too, such as easy rotation and magnetic snapping to make placing objects a lot more straightforward. I had a play around with it, found it very easy to use. The way that the editor works means that you can jump in and out of playing it in real time too, which will definitely help with testing. And we mentioned the Battle Pass earlier, and it wouldn't be a new season of any game without some form of Battle Pass, would it? The pass has 100 levels for you to blast your way through, and the rewards include new characters, banners and sprays. Some of the player models are also very unique, and some of the milestones here do feature paid content as well for fans who want to spend money on cosmetic items. If you want to level up quicker, there are daily missions and weekly missions that grant you various XP boosts, and you'll need to be level 10 for the weekly missions. I have to admit that while I haven't played Splitgate all that much over the past couple of years, it's been a lot of fun to get back into it. I spent quite a few hours playing games back to back and even went back to it over the next few days because I just had a bit of a desire to play it. Shotguns and snipers and the SWAT modes are incredibly satisfying and of course reminiscent of old school Halo, and just landing consecutive headshots on enemies never gets old. If you want to give the game a go, I think now's a good time because there's plenty to work towards and there's lots of game modes to try out. And if you're not satisfied with any of the maps, well, you can always have a crack at making your own. And that's all for today, folks. Cheeky update on Splitgate. Do let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Have you played it yet? If so, how do you feel about it? Once again, a big thanks to 1047 Games for sponsoring the video. Just a reminder, if you want to try it out for yourself, it is free to play. And if you do end up on there, consider using my referral code as seen here. Both myself and any new player that uses my code will receive 50 Splitcoin for free and then reach XP level 10. You'll also be given items from the referral pass for every successful referral up to 9 times. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you didn't, a dislike. Subscribe for more and I'll see you in the next one.